Yo, what's good everyone? My name is Golnox and today I'm going to be ranking every single boss accessory in the game. Also, I want to say I got most of these photos and information from the official Type Soul Trello. They're linked down in the description below, so go check them out. Also, there are timestamps in the description down below, so if there's any certain accessories you want to look at, go ahead. And with that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, let's get started. So first, we have the Dreadful Bone Armor, obvious S tier, 2.5% ray region and 2% defense. Very good, it has good HP and good posture too. Overall, obvious S tier. Next, we got the Dreadful Bone Mask. Now, I would put this at S tier, but the diadem does exist. If you obviously don't have the diadem, then yes, this is S tier, but most people do, so this is A tier. Next, the Yhwach Cloak. Now, honestly, I'm gonna put this under the Dreadful Bone Armor. It has more defense, but less ray region, which I don't like. And then it also has less health and less posture, so I'm gonna put this lower than Dreadful Bone Armor. Next, we got Tiger King Pants. Now this gives like 1.25% ray region, which is not bad. This is why I like these the most, or these are the pants that I personally wear, so I'm gonna put these in S tier. Next, we got True Count's Cape, S tier again. It's a back accessory, and there's no other back accessories that give any stats, so this is obvious S tier. If you don't have it already, go get it. Next, we got Starrk Pelt, again S tier, best emblem in the game. Crazy stats, 2.5% defense, 1.5% ray region. Low-key insane, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, insane stats. Again, if you don't have this, it's a no-brainer. Go get it right now. Next, we got Starrk Mask. It gives no percent buffs. All it does is give 6 HP, 6 ray, and 5 posture. Buns, this is going in D tier. If you have this, like, try to trade it off or something. This is very bad. Next, we got Son of Revival. Now, all this does is give you 2.5 HP, which sounds really bad. But the thing is, it's a waist accessory, and there's no other waist accessories that give stats. And this is the only one. But it only gives 2.5 HP, so this is going in C tier. Next, we got Maharaga's Wheel. Now, this one's pretty controversial because all it does is give 8% defense, which sounds good on paper. There are some moves that do true damage, which basically means it goes through whatever defense you have. So for example, Wonder Waste, the weapon, it has true damage, so it would go through this defense, and since it has nothing else but defense, it will basically just be drip. There's like no other stats that go to it. Or another example, if you're fighting a boost Quincy variant, all their moves are true damage, so it would basically bypass the defense that this gives. So it could be either high A tier or low S tier, but I think I'm gonna put it low S tier. Next, we got Dark Fang Headband. Now this gives like 7.5 health and 1.5% ray region, which is good because ray region is one of the stats you want to be going for. I'm not sure if it's better than Maharaga's Wheel or the last one we're going to be talking about, so I'm going to put this high A tier for the ray region, to be honest. Next, we got Feng Star. Gives 5 health and 2% ray region, which sounds not that great, but it is an emblem, and there's only another emblem that overshadows it, which is Starrk Pelt, and it's so much better. If you have Starrk Pelt, Feng Star is a pretty good alternative, but just Starrk Pelt just outclasses so much. I'm gonna put it in B tier, to be honest. If there wasn't Starrk Pelt, I would have put it in S tier for sure. Next, we got Cursed Pants. Now, people say this is better than Tiger King Pants. I could see why, because there's 1% defense and 2.5% mode gain and reduction, which is really good, I'm not gonna lie. But personally, I like the ray region more, but I'm gonna still put these in S tier. Next, we got the Strongest Shades. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to make a new tier for this. Alright, so this is going in the shit tier because these are buns. It gives 5 HP, 1 posture, which is actually so terrible. Please don't go for this. Please don't trade for this. Try to trade it off if you have it. Same thing with the Forbidden Blindfold. 5 HP, 5 posture. It's terrible, bro. I'm pretty sure God's Prize or even Aizen's Eye Patch is better than that. Please don't get any of these two. Next, we got Berserker Wraps. Now, this is a arm slot, and it's the best arm slot in my opinion. So I'm going to be putting it in S tier. It gives 2% defense, 1% ray, and 2% mode gain, which is really good, I'm not going to lie. So if you already don't have an arm slot accessory, get this one. Next, we have Siphon Ticker. Now, again, it's another arm accessory, but Berserker Wraps is honestly just better. This one gives 1% defense and 1% meter gain, 10 HP and 5 ray. Not that great, to be honest. Gets easily outclassed by Berserker's Wraps, so I'm gonna be putting this in B tier. Next, we have Crimson Spider Lily. Now, this is another head accessory. It's actually not that bad. Obviously, for blood players, this is gonna be an S tier because it makes bloody canvas guard break, which is pretty insane. But other than that, if you don't have blood, it has 1.5% defense, 0.5% ray regen, 2 HP and 2 posture, which is actually pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie, these are actually decent stats. I think I'm gonna be putting this at A tier, to be honest. Pretty good for a head accessory. Next we have Bleeding Willows. Honestly, this is a neck accessory and it's probably like the worst one out of these three, and honestly I would just take Ouroboros pendant over any of these three. But basically it gives you 10 HP, 10 ray, 2 posture, 1% defense, and 1% mode gain. It's the worst out of those three. I'm gonna be putting it at C tier. Next we got Storming Beast. I'm not gonna lie, this accessory is actually pretty good. 12 HP, 8 ray, 2 posture, 0.5% defense, 1% ray regen, and 2.5% meter gain. It's actually not bad at all. I think I'm gonna put this at A tier too. This is a pretty good neck accessory if you don't already have Ouroboros pendant. Next we got Flying Hurricane. This one's also actually surprisingly good. Now obviously if you're using wind, this is gonna be S tier. Most people don't use wind. It makes the wind crown move guard break, but other than that, if you don't have wind, it has 15 HP, 2 ray, 5 posture, 0.5% ray regen, and 5% mode gain, which is actually really good. I'm gonna be putting this at high B tier. I don't think it's as good as Storming Beast, but I think it's still really good because of the 5% mode gain. I'm not gonna lie. Then finally, we probably have the most controversial one. We have Benevelont Scarlet. So if you don't know already, this accessory gives you lifesteal. Now on paper, that may sound really good, but the problem is that it barely gives you any lifesteal. So for example, I have a clip of me here 5 barring my elite grade account, and as you can see, I got only 1/3 or 1/4 of a bar back. Now I guess if you are doing like clan wars and you have a lot of AoE attacks, this could actually be pretty decent. It would give you quite a bit of lifesteal. But other than that, like in ranked 1v1s, this really isn't the best, but it still gives some pretty decent stats. 5 HP, 2 posture, 0.5% defense, and 0.5% ray regen, which is like not really the best, but the lifesteal kind of like makes up for it, I guess. So this is either like low A tier or high B tier. Honestly, probably below Flying Hurricane. Still a pretty decent accessory in my opinion. Some people would put it S tier. I don't think so, honestly. Alright guys, this is my final tier list. This is what it looks like. Everything in S tier is a must-have. My final thoughts about this tier list is that I might actually put Crimson Spider Lily lower to B tier. I low-key put it a little too high, but that's about it. Other than that, I think this is pretty good. But anyways, tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. That's basically it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, see ya.